I asked you what your favorite, weirdly specific types of games are. Let's look at the responses and make fun of people's interests.
You stupid.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna see if we can give some of these games a little exposure. Maybe I'll get weirded out by some of these. I don't know. We'll see.
Brother,
Games where you can romance any NPC. I'm guessing you don't mean any games like Baldur's Gate 3 or Mass Effect, since you can't romance any NPC in those games.
Finally!
Alright, let's look up romance. Dating sim. I can't show this in my video. I'm going to assume, you sweet viewer of mine, that you meant more like The Sims and less of Quickie a love hotel story. Because we kings are pure. No, for real though, I won't hate on this genre. I mean, after all, I do have my virtual anime girlfriend to thank for preparing me to ask for my real life wife's hand in marriage. I mean, what do I know? Let's just see what other people say about it. Challenging misconceptions about dating sim players. This should be good. My husband is incredibly supportive and loves hearing about all the virtual men I'm falling for. He lets me talk non-stop about love and deep space and even makes fun predictions about who I'll fall for in the end. Guys getting cucked by a video game was not on my bingo card. Husband in this post, whoever you are, wherever you... Husband in this post, whoever you are, wherever you are, just remember, your bros would never replace you with a virtual bro. So make time for bros nights, alright? Anyway, hats off to you if you dig this genre. I'd be lying if I said I never did any romance side quests in my RPGs, so who am I to judge? Next up, we've got a complete 180, combat racing.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
I probably played the Burnout Revenge demo on the Xbox 360 like 1,000 times. Does Burnout count as combat racing?
yes.
How about one that's more obvious, like this one, Grip? That title probably would have worked in the last category too.
Boo!
Oh, look at that. It's a spiritual successor to Roll Cage from the PlayStation 1. See, this is the kind of stuff that would actually make me play a racing game. Like, there was no better feeling than stopping your brother or somebody with a blue shell on Mario Kart Wii. Wait a minute, hold on. Core memory unlocked. Batman Gotham City Racer. I used to play this all the... Oh my god, this is dated. This is what I picture a game looking like if it came out on the iPod Nano or something. This came out the same year as the first Halo? That's insane. Showed a bit of my age there. Anywho, combat racing, very cool. Let's move on. Tycoon games where you can explore, like Weed Shop. Can I even say that on YouTube? Weed Shop? Okay, tycoon games, I'm with you. I'm something of a roller coaster tycoon myself, and a dinosaur tycoon, but ones where you can explore like Weed Shop. Okay, let's see what this one's about. Okay, so you can use it, obviously, grow it, okay. So some strategy, I'd bet, some exploration. Wait, is that a skeleton? Is he riding a dolphin? What kind of game is this?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Honestly, this part right here hooks me. Call me a boring old man, but I am such a simp for building and arranging stuff in games. I should show you guys my single player home on Ark sometime. If the game's anything like this trailer, bravo. Have I even shown the intro for this video yet? This next one is left by a rather handsome commenter, if I may say so myself. Okay, it was me. Yes, I'm including my own weirdly specific game niche because I'm a scumbag, but some people agree with it in the comments, so it counts, right? Dinosaur horror. That's right, don't let Barney, Camp Cretaceous, or the wannabe Marvel with Dinos Jurassic World fool you. Dinosaurs can and should be scary. And don't even lie, you'd be scared if you were locked in a room with an ostrich. Now imagine that ostrich is a carnivore, has knives for teeth, and there's 6 of them. The same guy, Shinji Mikami, directed both the first Resident Evil and Dino Crisis back in the late 90s, and it shows.
From the creator of Resident Evil, Dino Crisis.
The RE formula works just as well with dinosaurs as it does with, well, not dinosaurs. Where's our Dino Crisis remake, Capcom?
It should have been me! It's not fair!
A more recent example is Oakwood. a game I've got footage of on the second channel, or just go buy it. It's like $5, lasts an hour, and really scratches that dino horror itch. Not gonna help you with that other itch though. And please God, please let this Jurassic Park survival game coming out be a horror game. If I'm gonna play as Mia Khalifa, Maya Joshi,
You sure about that?
running around with escaped dinos, it should be scary. If that game sucks, apparently there's some indie dino horror games on the horizon, so fingers crossed. What's next? Let's see. Kylo, did you fart? Oh my god. Alright, there's a lot of people that like this game, and hey, respect for beating Battlefield 2042 on the Steam charts at one point, so straw hats off to you guys. I wonder if I can edit this to make it look more exciting. Farming Simulator to me looks like it would put me in the same headspace as like when I'm mowing my yard. You know, that your brain is sort of switched off, but also reminding you of past events while simultaneously questioning the mysteries of the universe. Yeah, I feel like this would be an excellent wind down game. Wait, there's an incredibly steep learning curve? There's in-game tutorials, a subreddit, a wiki, and a weekly help thread? Maybe I'm dead wrong then. I mean, makes sense. You guys ever tried Flight Simulator without skipping the flight or turning on any of the assisted features? Oh, here's a change of pace. Wild West Horse Riding Simulator. Well, obviously, we've probably all played the technical marvel and savior of humanity that is Red Dead 2, but let me tell you guys about one that predates both Red Dead Redemptions. That's right, Gun on the PS2. Came out 5 years before Red Dead Redemption and a year after Red Dead Revolver. Seriously, if you can get past the graphics looking pretty dated now, it is genuinely one of the best video game stories I've played. The story plays out like a movie, and one look at the cast will tell you that that was definitely on purpose. The protagonist is voiced by the freaking Punisher himself, Thomas Jane.
Too late, that preacher killed it. Son of a bitch is leading the ambush.
I mean, you heal by drinking whiskey, so that checks out, I guess. Not to mention Lance Henriksen as a possibly corrupt businessman.
You lost it. You get it back. Now go!
Ron Perlman as a possibly corrupt mayor, and everyone's favorite killer doll, Brad Dourif, as a possibly corrupt preacher.
You killed me and your soul will be as cursed as mine!
A lot of possible corruption in this game. What you get out of the narrative and performances, I guess you could say is what you trade for the sim stuff. There's only 5 horse variants in the game, and they all pretty much have the exact same stats, except for one you get for beating the game. You can find them pretty much anywhere, so that is handy, but as far as the upgrades go, it's very minimal. You can increase speed with some new horseshoes, or increase their health with a stat, but that's really about it. No shrinking horse huevos this time. Sorry. However, if you've already beaten both Red Dead Redemptions 100 times and are looking for a similar game to add to your holster, give Gun a look. You've got all the staples: riding horses, gunfights, slow-mo gunfights, you can cheat at the poker table, and you can scalp enemies for some reason. It has come to my attention that this game is controversial because of its depiction of Chinese and Apache people in the late 1800s.
Well, let me have a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it.
I don't know, but for me, this was my Red Dead 2 before there was a Red Dead 2. As for the game type, Wild West horse sims, big dubs from me. Oh, here's another good one. Legal visual novel. Fun fact, I wanted to be an attorney once, when I was little, you know, before I realized you actually had to work hard and be intelligent. So Ace Attorney's the next best thing, I suppose. It takes the more boring aspects of court hearings and makes them hype with a high-octane soundtrack, dramatic cuts, and...
Your name, please?
What the crap?
Stop that. We are legal visual novels, not romance sims. Get out of here.
Take that!
Some of the more story-heavy levels pretty much hand you the dub, and it gets out of the realm of realistic pretty quick, but it's still extremely satisfying to slap down some evidence and call out holes in someone's testimony while they're on the stand. Yeah, it's a little strange that sometimes you can just keep trying the same questions repeatedly if you're stuck, but come on. It'd suck if it was so punishing it made you restart the whole thing for asking the wrong question. Try LA Noire if you're looking for that. Not a visual novel, but great detective game.
You young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman?
Alright, last one today, let's make it count. Eldritch Horror PS1. For the uninitiated, eldritch beings are your creatures that are usually way smarter than us, way older than us, or basically any story by H.P. Lovecraft. If you want to know about eldritch beings, go ask him. Just don't go to him for help naming your cat. Yeah, and you thought that drunk uncle that shows up at Thanksgiving every year was racist. We've mentioned racism twice in this video.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Setting the artist aside and just focusing on the art, I am quite the fan of Lovecraftian horror. Why doesn't it have a screen? How do you scroll on that? Anywho, this post says PS1, and I gotta admit defeat here. I didn't find any PS1 games that fit this criteria.
Loser! You're a loser!
Feel free to comment one if you know it, but I did find one that emulates that era of gaming, so it'll have to do. Iron Lung, a game made by solo developer David Szymanski, and is being adapted into a movie directed by Markiplier? Well, I guess that explains the Markiplier mode where his face gets put on everything.
My name is Markiplier.
Iron Lung's apparently the best if you go in completely blind, so spoiler alert for people who want to go in completely blind. In Iron Lung, you play as a prisoner who's forced to explore an ocean in a tiny one-man submersible. The entire game takes place in this little sub, but what makes it induce extreme paranoia is the claustrophobia and sound design. You're limited to only using the sub's camera and a map to navigate, and there may or may not be awful things in the ocean with you for you to discover. Or that might discover you first. There's more to the backstory to it than that, but for today's simplicity's sake, if that sounds interesting to you, go play it. I know that's probably not what you had in mind, dear commenter, but it is the best I could come up with. Hope I didn't let you down. Thank you, commenters, for giving me these games. I hope it was as fun for you to watch as it was for you to make. Feel free to leave some of your own weirdly specific game types that you like in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Carry on, you kings.